So that would make a whole prop bad then?
Well, I mean, yeah, to where it needs to go get tuned back. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Captain's Coach. Welcome to leg 3 of our journey southbound on this 44 Fountaine Pajot behind me. If you watched the last video, we're in Norfolk, Virginia right now, and this morning our divers came to swap our props out to give us a little bit more info as to why we have a vibration on this boat. And they just got done. Looks like the port side was run aground at some point, and it had a couple bends in the props. It wasn't awful, but it was probably enough to make the vibration that we were experiencing once we got on plane. Starboard side wasn't bad. Looks like maybe it touched a little bit. We're about to get off the dock here and find out whether that was a success. I got to find somewhere to get the boat on plane this morning. If we still have a vibration after this, then that most likely means we have bent shafts on the IPS drives. This is a Volvo IPS drive boat, D6 Volvos. We're about to get off the dock here and go see what we can find, and then after that we have a phone call to the owner to make to decide whether this boat is gonna be pulled at a yard here in Norfolk or North Carolina, or we're just gonna take the trip slow at 9 knots all the way to Fort Lauderdale, which is going to extend our trip a fair amount, considering the sea conditions being in the ICW, so we have a lot to take into account. Come along for the ride, join us on leg 3. We're about to get off the dock and we'll see what happens today.
Honestly, I don't think it's still.
So you can tell, you know, we got 2 identical props here. This bend right here, to me, is much more pronounced than this. So this one is definitely laid over.
So that would make a whole prop bad then?
Well, I mean, yeah, to where it needs to go get tuned back into spec, and it'll make the whole boat vibrate.
Really?
Which is what I'm having going on. So
Oh shit.
hopefully that fixes it.
Yeah, hopefully.
If not, then we have bent shafts. So we'll see. But that's port, that's starboard. He hadn't pulled the other starboard, and those are the brand new ones. So at this point, you're probably wondering, why didn't the diver in Ocean City notify me that the props looked bent or were bent when he jumped in the water in Ocean City, Maryland, a day before this? And I do ask the same question. It is kind of frustrating, but at the same time, if he didn't know what he was looking for, or he wasn't familiar with the pod props and how they're cupped, how they look, then he wouldn't know either. To me, it is kind of obvious, but hey, I'm not going to throw the guy under the bus for not knowing what they were supposed to look like back in Ocean City, but I'm just glad that these guys were able to help us get the props pulled off, at least determine that that was the issue, which was obviously a pretty big issue. A couple of those props were bent pretty good. Lake's getting shore power. Filling the water tank as well. Water tank goes into the boat right there, and all you have to do is plug it in to fill the water tank on this boat. Here's the old props that came off. We got them a good fresh water rinse down. Mr. Lake is getting shore power going. I need to go swap. Generator's running right now. Generator is running. We're going to turn everything off really quick. This boat doesn't have individual breakers for the air conditionings readily available or easily accessible. You have to go to the thermostats and turn them all off. But I'm fairly certain this boat has what's called soft start, where the air conditioners soft start when you supply power to them. So all you have to do is let them turn off, let them come down, and then switch that knob over the generator, and you'll be good to go. All right, let's get off the dock. Let's find out if these props made a difference. Lake's gonna kill the water supply. We're gonna get out of here. All right, you ready? Yeah. All right, bow to stern. Spring line last. Time for me to go keep the stern over because it's already drifting off. We'll come right up to here and then rotate. I think it already feels better, especially in idle. There's not as much of a lump, but we're about to go find out. So I've kind of made up my mind that, you know, we're out, we're rolling. Regardless of whether we have the vibration or not, we're going to continue on and start heading down the ICW here, because if the boat still has an issue vibration-wise and the owner decides to pull it, we can definitely find somewhere in North Carolina to pull this boat as well. So we can still move. It's not like it's a disaster, but the problem is if I go that way, I have to go like 3 miles that way to get a no-wake zone. I think between these two bridges, I could probably cheat it a little bit and get it up on plane just for a second, just to test what I got. There's no marina around, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't want to do that. I know you're not supposed to, but I don't want to have to go 10 miles to figure out whether I still got a vibration or not, to see what happens here. Working on a aircraft carrier over there. Is it an aircraft carrier? Maybe it's not. I can't tell. Looks like it. Waterside marina. So I shot it up there to like 2,000, 2,100, and so far so good. Much better. Not a lot of vibration anymore. And like, it was like, the boat, you can feel it a little bit up to 2,000 RPM the past 2 days, and then once you go over 2,000, like 21, 2,200, it got real bad. And so far, that didn't happen this time. So definitely good so far, but you know, I don't want to. I'm in downtown Norfolk. I don't want to pick it up to 3,000 RPM and catch a bunch of eyeballs at the moment, if you know what I mean. Pretty cool. Got Lake in training.
Hey.
Lake's learning Navionics. He's doing all my route planning for this trip because I mostly know most of it by heart, but just in case I forget, and for his experience, Lake is going to tell us what's in front of us the next 50 to 80 miles. Bridges, locks, all that good stuff. He's going to waypoint them. He's going to give me a game plan on how far these are away, how many hours it's going to be until we get to them, and the height of the bridges and what channel they're on. This is kind of the same stuff that I teach with my customers when I go train them, and he doesn't realize it now, but when he starts running his own boats one day, this is going to be super valuable to him. Everybody has to do this, whether you're doing the Great Loop or you're doing being a first mate, or being a delivery captain. You have to route plan and game plan. You got to know what's coming. If you don't, you're going to end up in a pickle, turning around. And knock on wood, because sometimes I've even planned for things to happen and known about things that were coming, and I still had to turn around, or you miss one small piece of information and it just doesn't work out, and you got to do what you got to do. So there's no way to be perfect out here, I can tell you that. No way to be perfect. Things don't go to plan, as I've mentioned in many videos before. Got to learn to adapt and adjust. So try to get around this tugboat here. I haven't really decided whether I'm going to or not, but maybe I'll see if I can pass them on the 2-whistle here. And Navy boat running security up here. All right, Mr. Lake. Rules on the ICW, channel marker rules. What are they?
Red right return and left going out.
Nope.
Nope.
Intracoastal. Intracoastal is red dirt, green sea. Where's the state of Virginia? To our right, to our starboard, or to our port?
It would be to our starboard. I mean,
Yeah.
port.
State of Virginia? What's that way? We're going what direction right now?
South.
We're going south. Okay, so if we're going south, what's that way?
I don't know.
Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
So isn't that the sea?
Yeah.
Over there on the other side of there? Okay, so Atlantic Ocean, and over here is what?
Virginia.
Virginia, the state. So the dirt side and the seaside. So greens are going to be on our what?
Port.
Port all the way to where?
Atlantic Ocean.
All the way to Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
All the way. If we stay in the Intercoastal, all the way to Lauderdale, greens are on our port side. Cool?
Yep.
This is where Norfolk is where the ICW starts. All right? So if you're driving the boat today, green to port, red to starboard.
All right.
Oh, she's running much smoother. Still haven't been able to get it up to 3,000 RPM. Might try it in a few minutes, but well, a lot of you may be wondering, I've talked about this in some other video, in the 2 videos before. Some of y'all may be wondering why we're not going on the outside, around the Outer Banks. Number one, we had to come to Norfolk to get a prop change. I guess we could have gone to Virginia Beach, but the forecast for today and tomorrow is still blowing pretty hard off the Outer Banks. And it's blowing hard from the south-southwest. So the Outer Banks are kind of like that, and then it's blowing like that. So we're going to be literally going right into it in a 15 to 20 mile an hour wind. I don't really want to do that. We've done that the last 2 days, and you know, it's not, the boat takes it, but power cats that are low to the water at the bow, they don't bust through those swells head on very well. You know, the whole boat shakes and slaps the hull in between the sponsons. You really got to get it up on plane and go, which I can do. But then again, we didn't know whether this prop swap was going to fix our issue at the moment. And I still don't know whether it's fixed it or not. It's doing much better going slow, but on plane, we don't know. So if we wanted to backtrack, I'd have to go 35 miles all the way out of the Chesapeake Bay, back around and head south around North Carolina, and that would add another 35 miles to a 150, 180 mile trip around the Outer Banks to Morehead City. I feel like that would be losing time at that point, to be honest. So we're just going to keep on trucking down the ICW, make the best time we can, and get on plane when we can. And I just think that's the smartest, safest way to do it at the moment with it. With the wind forecast and the issues we've had, the best idea is just stay in the ICW. Let's get to Morehead City, and then the next few days after today and tomorrow are looking phenomenal offshore. Hopefully we'll be able to make a big jump and make up some time. This boat does have a FLIR, so we can run at night, which I would run at night regardless of whether we had a FLIR, but definitely a whole lot more comforting knowing that the boat has a FLIR. If we can do shifts through the night out there in the middle of the Atlantic and make a big 300-mile jump, something like that, over the course of 24 to 30 hours going slow. Or we can burn some fuel and get it up on plane, but I gotta figure out whether that vibration's fixed or not. A lot of moving parts doing this stuff, but this is the best option at the moment. All right, so we got an 84 and an 82% load at 3,000 RPM. We got no vibration. Boat's doing much better, much better. This is great news. Great, great, great news. This is awesome. That fixed our issue. I don't think we have a bent shaft or else it'd still be vibrating, but loads are within 2 to 3%, which is good. So we're rocking and rolling here. Looks like we got a sharp turn there, Lake. Watch out for traffic coming around the corner. When you're running the boat in the ICW, okay, if a sailboat's coming or another boat's coming, you got to slow down for them. All right, so bring it back to our 2000, okay? Give them a slow pass. And then in areas like this, right, we've got another ship, we've got a bridge. Here in a second, I want you to go ahead and pull it back. But let me go downstairs, let me make sure we don't have any vibration on the deck, all right? So give me 30 seconds and then pull it back, all right? Yeah, much better. No more shaking. It's good. No more shaking, it's good. Awesome. Good news. That means we don't have to go 10 miles an hour all the way to Lauderdale. Obviously, that would be good for my checkbook, but it's not good for the owner's checkbook. I mean, one way or the other, he's spending money on fuel versus my time. But at the end of the day, you have to remember, as a delivery captain, I have to do it as efficient and as safely as possible. And I have to do the smartest thing between those two. So a mixture of on plane and a mixture of slow speed is good for everybody. And especially, I don't want to be out there getting beat up. And I don't want to be out there beating the boat up. You had 2,000? Okay. So we're in business. 35-foot bridge here, and we can't really see around the corner. But like when you're going through stuff like this, you got to make sure there's not a big barge or a tow coming through the other side, all right? So you'd be listening on the radio for somebody chattering, and then obviously be ready to pull back. But looks like there's a barge on its spurs there, on its spuds, over on the other side. Yeah, it's docked up. I don't see anybody. If y'all couldn't figure it out yet, Lake is 14? Yeah. Lake's 14, yeah. I've known him since he was little, like 1. We grew up on Lake Lanier together when I was a teenager. You need to get more to starboard, Lake. Come on, more to starboard, more to starboard, more to starboard. More. I need you hugging that side, okay? Because looks like he ain't waiting on us. He's going to come through. Lake's learning a little bit more about the saltwater stuff, but he's a good boater. He's a good first mate. He's been doing this since he was little, like I have. So just got to get him some saltwater experience. I like.
Yep. Yeah, Lake Lanier my whole life.
Lake Lanier his whole life.
Definitely a new game out here.
Grey Goose, Palm Beach. So to our starboard is called the Dismal Swamp. We take that channel down through there, and the Dismal Swamp is literally like going through a swamp. It's this canal with a lot of cypress and very wooded on both sides. Lake, check your chart. And there's a few locks down through there. I am hoping that Lake and I will be coming down through the Dismal Swamp in another couple weeks. That is a surprise for you guys. We've got some big news coming. We'll go more into that later. But we're going to keep on heading south. We got to get to the Great Bridge Lock. All right, like 1,500. Or back to, you can probably get back to 2,000. So we're not in a shipping area anymore, right? When you start getting into the ICW, where we start getting back into markers, pilings, that means it's shallow, okay? So it's very shallow on each side, and right here, I mean, we still got 16 feet under the boat, but this is when you can't ride the channel edge. You know what I'm saying? When you're over there toward that edge of that red, or you're over here toward that edge of that green, that's when you're starting to ask for it. And you got to remember that this boat is wide, so it can throw you off, and you might be a little bit closer over there to that edge than you think. So just start being on your toes.
You want to go left here?
Yes. So like right here, you see this turn?
Yeah.
You would favor the reds more than the green, right? Last thing you want to do is come from this green, cut this corner over to that green. That makes sense?
Yeah.
You want it, and they have a bad habit of not putting markers in the turn, so favor the red and come around, you know, like swinging wide, like on a racetrack or something. Getting into some more residential areas with some private docks. Pretty down through here. A little far from an inlet for me, but still pretty cool. Approaching Great Bridge Lock. Looks like another guy is waiting as well. About to find out. Channel 13 is the lock. Great Bridge Lock, Great Bridge Lock.
Great Bridge Lock, Captain.
Hey, morning. 44 Power Cat Nimbus, southbound.
Copy, Captain. We'll be gates open for approximately about 12 minutes to the hour. You'll be coming in your stop. You'll need long lines when full left, and just put forward, and somebody will be there to assist you.
You were breaking up there at the end there on your instructions. Let me get a little closer before you come back.
Copy.
Great Bridge Lock, this is Nimbus. You said starboard side, is that correct?
That's correct, Captain.
Coming to the lock. Hey, Lake.
Yes.
You got the stern line on? Huh? Okay. Just set your life jacket on the back bench. I'm not sure we need them yet, but go ahead. You're gonna throw the bow line, okay? Or you're gonna put the bow line on whatever hook or pin there is, okay? A bullard. All right. So it looks like they got pads on this starboard side, so we don't need fenders. But you see those yellow pins? You're gonna go around the yellow pin and bring it back to you, so it'll be a loop. You got me? And you'll do a figure 8 on the cleat, okay? And then I'll run down and get the stern. That's pretty. Look at these trees. Most locks are ugly. They have grass everywhere. Not this one, but the next one. Ready? Next one. Go. Can you lasso it? I'll bring it to you. There you go. Nice. Flip it around. Oh. Oh. Sorry. I should have stopped the boat sooner. There you go, nice. There you go. Let me bring it back a little bit.
Great Bridge Bridge. This is the northbound motor yacht raise. We'll be standing by for your next opening.
All right, I'm going down. Attaboy, pull her tight. Nice. Lockmaster in the life jacket there, he was happy that we were able to do this ourselves and he didn't have to walk all the way down here, which I could have come down further, but I figured there's nobody behind us, so why not just do it here, have our space. Coinjock, 37 miles, Elizabeth City. Wilmington, 297, Belhaven, 126. That's cool. Good job, Blake. Closing the lock behind us, and we're going down about 2 foot, 2-3 feet, I think. What you doing, Mr. Goose? You want to go for a boat ride? Wonder if he's mean. Lake, get out there on that wall. See if he'll chase you. I'm just kidding. Let's not trigger all the PETA people on here. But he would chase a goose. I mean, look at him. We got 2 In Too Deep stickers featuring Gus. Looks like he came through here with the Hatteras. I don't know if he's come through here with the Broward yet, but it'd be cool. Gotta love Gus's videos. All right, they are getting it open. Looks like we're not hardly going down at all. Water level must be high on that side. Still got slack lines. I'm watching them though. The gate will be open here in just a second. Roger that. Thanks again. We free, Lake? Move it back a little bit for him. I guess he just jumped up on the wall. That's why you bring a 14-year-old. Nimble. Just move it sideways with the joystick. Cheating. Cheating, but hey, this is about making my life easier on this trip. We got to get the railroad bridge open. Appreciate it, bud.
Free docking right there to your right past the trees.
Hey, roger that. Thank you. It looks like the train bridge, railroad bridge opens at the top of the hour, so we got a few minutes to wait. What time is it, Lake? It is at the top of the hour, so we'll be just a few minutes here, 5-10 minutes maybe. Check out that old Chris Craft. Pretty cool, couple big blocks in it. That's awesome. You don't see that, that's a time capsule. Yeah, a little free dock, 48-hour mooring spot between the bridge and the lock in Chesapeake, Virginia. Looks like you're right there to gas stations and food and bank and probably a grocery store down that way too. Good little stop if you're if you have the timing of coming through here. Maybe it's late at night or something and you can't get up to Norfolk or another marina too fast. Just stop here for a night or two, get some stuff, and roll. I like when cities and towns are convenient like that and they make things easy. Boater friendly. All right, we have a raising bridge. Shutting the traffic down. Waited for 1 o'clock, right on the money. That's quick. Here we go. Sure would suck if that bridge fell. Atlantic Yacht Basin. A lot of people get a lot of work done there. Pokey. Hobe Sound. Big dredge. I don't think that one's operational anymore. Smells like an old bridge too. You know the smell of old steel? Like just the smell of old stuff, like old steel, like when you walk into an old train car, that's what that smelled like. Yeah, so we're at 3,000 RPM, about 77 and 80% load, and we've gained 3 miles per hour since we did that prop swap. So definitely some things wrong there, but we are back in business. What's our fuel burn? Let's see here. Yeah, 0.6, so we went up a little bit on fuel too, but we're also inside and it's glass calm, so that could be that too. But 0.6 mile per gallon. Doing 31 gallons an hour. So. Not as bad as it was. All right, Centerville Turnpike Bridge. Opening at 1:30. So what is it? Every half hour? Is that what it says in the notes? I forgot. Yep. Got 10 minutes till then. Winding her up. Bridge is down. You didn't know it was a swing bridge, did you?
I didn't know it was a swing bridge because there's a pivot point.
I'm not going to hit the main ship behind me, am I?
No. We got 2 boat links.
What world are you jumping around for?
Big dang step.
Thank you, Centerville. Have a good one. Go ahead. Are you on channel 13?
North Landing Bridge, southbound vessel.
That's North Landing Bridge, next opening 2 o'clock.
Say roger that. Roger that.
Roger that.
There you go. Where's he going? Screaming. Figured out the other day that is half opening. So Lake is going to sneak it through the spot. I think it's 32 feet and we're 21 and a half. So we'll have like 6 feet on each side, maybe 5 feet on each side. So Lake just very small movements with that steering wheel. Keep it in gear, keep it moving, and don't swing the stern. You gotta, once you line up and commit, you gotta go. Pretty cool house. Now, Lake, if you would rather hit anything, which side would you want to hit? The wood.
Yep.
We would not want a piece of steel into the starboard side of our boat, but we're not going to let that happen. All right, like right now, you need to be as straight as you can with as minimalist steering as possible. Keep it moving. You're all right. Probably come to starboard just a little bit. Starboard. Come on, that Lake. That's good. Good. A little tight. Make sure to thank him for the opening.
Yeah, safe trip to you.
All right, 2,000. There's another one of those planes. Think he's buzzing us for fun?
Probably.
Oh, dang, he's laying that thing over, huh? Following the river. All right, let's go. All right, North Landing River opens up in here. Coinjock is right around the corner. Trying to decide whether we're going to stop at Coinjock and get fuel and maybe something to eat. We could use fuel. We're going to be at 30 to 40% by the time we're here. And there's not much after Coinjock until Morehead. So I'm thinking it'll be a good idea to stop and then maybe keep moving to dark and then find somewhere to anchor up. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. But definitely can't stop at Coinjock. It's too early in the day. We gotta go to the sunset to make time, but we're getting there. Yeah, definitely a little tighter in this stretch. I'm right up against this red. It's went down to 7 foot. Using Navigational here. I need to come over. I guess I need to center this up a little bit. 6.5 feet. A little tight through here for sure. This is coming right into Coinjock, where the ICW narrows up on the north end of it. Piney Island is to our port. Seeing some more depth now. But it's a good thing I slowed it down. I don't know, it's that instinct, you know what I mean? That instinct of, hey, things are getting tight, we should probably pull back, get off plane, make sure we got good water in this little area, and see what happens. So Blake did a great job the last couple hours getting us down here, using his eyes, using his chart, keeping the boat perfect. Getting close. All right, turning the corner here. Yeah, we've got 150 miles to Morehead, roughly. You know, that's a pretty long trip. I know that I'm not going to be able to run that distance on plane. So I could do it at hull speed, but then it would take a day and a half to get to Morehead City. And that's, I mean, or one really long day, plus running in the dark. And coming through the ICW there at Morehead City and Beaufort tomorrow, at late at night, I don't want to do that. So, got to play it smart. Go ahead and get some fuel here, and we need to knock that 150-mile trip down to, you know, half a day or one day, and that requires me to get on plane. So whether or not we leave the dock after this, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That really depends on how long it takes to fuel and get going here. There's not a ton of anchorages between here and Pamlico Sound, and a lot of exposed open water. So I don't really want to, I'm not sure I want to take the chance on that. That's part of my decision here because it already is late in the day. So transient rate's not bad. It's like $2 a foot or something like that. So at least we get to turn the generator off. But let's pull up here and get some fuel.
Coinjock Marina, back to vessel column. Let's go to 6-8. Bow column at which?
Yeah, copy 6-8. Coinjock.
Yeah, guys, go ahead.
Hey, Nimbus, 44 Power Cat coming in here. We're going to start with fuel and then potentially may stay the night.
Well, you want to try to figure that out before you dock so I can place you appropriately?
Yeah, I can do that. Give me a few minutes.
Because if that's the case, if you guys do plan to stay, I'll just put you behind the Lady Barbara, the big one here, middle way. But if you guys want to leave too, that's fine. But if you decide to stay, you'll already be in place.
All right, roger that. Give me 1 sec. Trying to figure out my route. What do you think, Lake? Do another 30 miles a day or call it a day? Huh? Yeah, we'll go ahead and stay the night. Still want that starboard side?
Yeah, let's spin around, do a starboard side with this current, and I'll put you right behind the Lady Barbara here.
All right, roger that. Give me 1 sec. Tide's coming at my bow real hard, so I'm just easing it over there, letting the tide work with me. You ready down there, Lake? Well, yeah? Okay. Hey, Lake. Yep. Give him the bow line, and then you take care of the 2 springs, all right? Round the pole, back to the boat. Oh, we're good, bud. Thank you. Unless you want to. Got a new set of props on this thing in Norfolk. We're running smooth. Got to go to Lauderdale.
Where you gotta start from?
Atlantic City. Yeah.
About a third of the way, right?
All right, get some fuel with Coinjock. See how long this takes. Well, we got all tied up. Blake's giving the boat a good rinse down. Went over to the ship store, got some more supplies. We are not going to be stopping very much after this. The Atlantic calms down here in a day or two. We're going to get to Morehead tomorrow. Maybe a little further than Morehead. We'll see. We're going to fuel, and then the Atlantic is supposed to slick out like a lake. So once that happens, we got to go. So we're going to be doing big jumps down the coast. Probably Morehead to Charleston one day. Maybe further, and then Charleston straight to Florida. So, and we may even go like straight to West Palm or something like that, Jupiter, Stewart, something like that, and chug overnight at a slow speed so we don't have to stop for fuel. This boat's really fuel efficient at slow speed, but it's not on plane. It's like 0.6. That being the case, it's going to be up to me on how I figure out our route. We're going to try to hustle to the North Carolina coast, to Beaufort and Morehead City. Then we'll have some options. But that's the plan. We're not going to be stopping very much. We're definitely not going to be stopping in marinas very much anymore. We're going to get on the hook, get on the anchor, save the owner some money on slips. Regardless, we'd have to run the generator tonight anyway, but you know how it is. Save the owner some money on slips, and you know, to me, it's when you just put the anchor down somewhere, you can keep it moving and a little bit more efficient with your time as well. So that's the plan for the next few days. We're going to run in here. They reserved us our prime rib, and I swear I was not planning on stopping here for prime rib. It just kind of happened, but hey, that's the pluses of doing this job. It's now 5:30, 6 o'clock. We finally got done fueling, and we just decided to call it a night. What's the point of going another couple hours? We're going to get up early in the morning, get out of here, get to Beaufort, Morehead tomorrow night. Hopefully a little further. It's going to be another awesome couple more days on our way to Lauderdale. We'll bring you in here to Coinjock Marina restaurant, show you this prime rib, and then we're going to call it a night. You got some fries over there? Dang. guys enjoyed that drone footage and sunset view there. Coinjock has treated us well. Prime rib was good as expected. Was yours good, Lake?
Very good.
Coinjock's pretty cool. So we got 150 miles to Beaufort tomorrow, Morehead City. We'll see what time it is when we get there. Probably will grab some fuel and then look at the weather. If the weather's conducive, then we will plan and stage for a long Atlantic crossing to somewhere. We're either going to go to Charleston or we're going to go straight to Florida. St. Augustine, maybe, something like that. Could be out there for a while, but not sure what we're going to do yet. Just depends on what happens when we get to Morehead City and Beaufort area. But thanks so much for watching. Hope you really enjoyed this video. So this was a great run from Norfolk to Coinjock. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you don't mind. We'll see you on leg 4. Thanks again for watching.